Hey guys, all right, so we're gonna get this look using all of my most recent favorite products. Here we go. Okay, so one of my recent favorites has been this Ruby Kisses Glowy Skin Filter All-in-One Primer Highlighter Skin Tint. This actually, like when I first tried it, I was not that wowed or impressed by it. And like, it's not like this crazy, amazing, like change my life sort of product. It's one of those like that you take for granted. Like it's like your grandma. She like, you don't think about her very much, especially if you don't live near her, but like she's the one that's been praying for you for years, sending you little sweet notes and gifts. And like, you know, she's there, but you're just busy, so you're not thinking about her. But when she's gone, oh, you notice. Or like when she's there, she just makes things happy, you know? And that's kind of like what this product is, especially if you want something that's like a glowy primer type, then you'll like that. Okay, and for foundation today, the Ruby Kisses Cushion Foundation. This is really pretty. I tried it again the other day for church or something, and I think the best way to use it is with a brush or even a sponge. Like if you want to use a sponge, I like the brush, but like just dab a little tiny bit at a time, and it just looks so good. Now, bit of a caveat for this one though. It might be because it's such a good color match. What I have found that like, especially for me, like if you don't have a really, really, really good color match, a foundation can end up looking cakey, chalky, all that stuff. And some people, and I've seen this, you ladies, so don't be all like, well, duh, Holly. Like I've seen this with some people can use a foundation that's like just a hair too dark or a hair too light, and it's still fine. But for me, I've got to be so careful because stuff can start looking cakey, chalky, crusty real quick. And this foundation is just really nice, especially for a low makeup look. Very nice for natural. And you guys, you already know, I've already told you, the Tarte Colored Clay CC Corrector. Look at that. It's so good. And do I need to tell you about this? This is the Essence 16 Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. I know it says powder foundation, but it's not, I would not consider it that much of a foundation. It's a powder, very light, very smoothing. Very light. It's not going to add a bunch of extra coverage that you don't want. And again, nothing new. This is still like, this is the best one that I have. I like, you ladies put in the description, like, or not in the description, put in the comments, like some powder foundation. I think it has to be a powder foundation that is comparable, that you know of, that's comparable to the e.l.f. Camo powder foundation that they discontinued, which I'm so mad. This one is fine. It's just not as good. Like it's working out right now, fine. It's just not as good. I also have been using my contour palette, which you guys know I love. It's discontinued, sorry. I've been using either this shade or this shade to add a little tiny bit more color correction right there. Because you guys, like if you've got darkness there and you put a lighter concealer, which technically, where's that? The Tarte is a little bit light. I could actually stand, I'm not going to do it today, but I could stand to use a darker color corrector for that very inner corner underneath my eyes. But again, like I don't always want to do that, and this just helps a little bit. You don't want it too light because then it'll just make this area look gray, and you don't want that. And you guys know I love this. It's the Revolution HD Pro contour palette, and you know this is my favorite, like obviously, like that's my favorite bronzer, but that's discontinued. But this one is also really good. This is the Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour stick, I guess it's called. I don't know. It's in the shade Fair Light, and it says it's a contour, but I use it like a bronzer because I'm really fair. And because I'm so fair, it just really, it's not like, it's cooler toned than like most bronzers. But that's the point. Like most bronzers are way, way too orange. But when you blend it out, you still do get a little bit of a warmer tone. So it's not so cool that you're just like, oh, but Holly, it's a contour. It's not a bronzer. Well, it's warm enough to be a bronzer. I don't really contour. I guess this could technically be called a contour, contouring my forehead, but like, I don't contour in the usual sense. And since I don't contour in the usual sense, the fact that this product has a tiny bit of glow is not that big of a deal, because it's glowing right where you would want it to anyway. You put a tiny bit more just in the cheek area. And then of course you can always put it in the crease of your eye. For a quick eye makeup look. Now technically I don't need that because I've got so much hyperpigmentation that it can just look like natural eyeshadow. And I remember when I was in high school, there was a girl that she was very, very natural, except for she always wore lipstick and mascara. And I always was like, no, you wear eyeshadow too. And she was like, no, I don't. I was like, well, what's on your eye? And she was like, no, that's just the skin of my eye. And she was like, I don't have to wear eyeshadow. And I was like, oh. And that was back when I didn't have that. Like when I was young, I didn't have any of that hyperpigmentation. But it just goes to show you can use your flaws. Now, this is the e.l.f. Sheer For It blush tint, and this is really good. What is the shade? The shade is Pink Positive. It's a bit brighter than what I would normally do. But when you blend it out, it's just that bit of pinkiness. And it's actually, I'm actually glad that I have to add more and not be like, oh no, there's too much, what am I gonna do? Like, it's much better to have to add more than to put on too much and then wonder what you're gonna do with it. And I put that on over top of powder, not a problem. Okay, and so for brows, this is the Blade Brow from Relove. It is so good. The shade I think is Granite. If you have dark eyebrows, but you don't wanna use black, and you don't want to use a warm brown, this is Granite. It's like it's actually not gray. Like I used to think it was gray. It's like a brownie gray, like a taupe, but like a deep dark taupe. Cool tone, not too warm, tiny bit of warmth, but it's perfect for if you have dark brows and you don't want to like lighten them or whatever, but you also like just don't want to wear black. And I've heard not a lot, but I've heard a few makeup artists say you should always go one shade lighter than you think for your eyebrows. No, I'm gonna get the exact same shade and then just make sure I use a light hand. That's just me. You don't have to do that, but I'm gonna do that. And okay, so for mascara, we're almost done. For mascara, I have got the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational in the shade Plum Twilight. It is a purple mascara. It is great for everyday mascara because it's not a harsh black. It's very soft looking, but it still makes you look like you got good lashes. Doesn't smudge, doesn't move, doesn't burn my eyes. And this is not a waterproof. All the Sky Highs are like this. So if you're like, well, I don't care about purple mascara, Holly, they have black, brown, I think they have burgundy. They might even have a green. I might try some of those colored mascaras for Christmas time. Like just to see. I'm very intrigued by the green and the burgundy. And because I wiped this off, like it's fluffing up my lashes so much. They're not spiky, but they're crazy long and very fluffy, very full. I look like I've got super long, super fluffy, bushy lashes. That's what I like. And something that I've been doing recently, or I guess I should say not doing, is I haven't been putting any mascara on my lower lash line. I just feel like it almost opens my eye too much to where my eyes will look like that. Like, not in a cute way. It'll make me look sick almost. Like, It's weird. I don't know. I've thought this for years, but then I watched a video of a girl that was doing all this super glam makeup and she never put mascara on her lower lashes. I was like, it can be done. So yeah, keeps everything up, nothing down, because my bag's already dragged my eyes down anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and do lips. And I'm just gonna use the same stain for my lips. And then I'm going to use this gloss. I've talked about this before. This is the LA Colors Lip Oil, like this. Hold on. Looks like this. And this is nothing that crazy special, but it's very nice for lip moisturization. A lot of lip products, high end, low end, doesn't matter, will make my lips more chapped. And I don't know what it is. It's either something with my body chemistry or something they put in the product itself, but these don't do that, and they're great for just having around the house, and they're inexpensive. Okay, so this is the finished look. If you wanted to, if you care, you could use a setting spray. I'll do it for you guys. This is the only setting spray that I have, so it's my favorite. But you let me know in the comments of any matte setting sprays, because this is a dewy one. This is the Ruby Kisses Dewy Hydrating Setting Spray. And I do not need a setting spray. I need to be soft, not shiny. But I'm gonna do it just for you guys, because the mist is so fine, and I know a lot of people like dewy type setting sprays, especially my age bracket. A lot of women are looking for more hydration, and I need enough hydration. I just can't look too shiny. Like, it just does not look good on me. I don't know why. It is what it is. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one.